Ballot blunder. Maryland State Board of Elections asks some 500,000 residents to trash their original mail-in ballots. What went wrong and what it means for your vote. MCPS budget crunch. How will the shortfall impact classrooms? Get the latest.
To say that it's been disappointing to see where we are today is really an understatement.
Calling 311. State Senator Cheryl Kagan spearheads a statewide system.
There's so many people who will benefit from having this.
Data center delays. County executive candidates want to postpone construction. But why?
I'm not saying no, never to data centers.
Then, school sports finale. Pulse sports reporter Frank Hanrahan checks in with the facts and the figures. All of that and more coming up on The Pulse. Welcome to The Pulse, the heartbeat of Montgomery County. I'm Markette Sheppard, and this week we're joining you from our Rockville studio. We're just down the street. The County Council voted on a hotly contested budget for fiscal year 27. The budget vote left some with higher property taxes and a major funding shortfall for MCPS.
We have a motion on the table by Councilmember Balkan, second by Councilmember Katz. All those in favor, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Against? 2. 9 to 2.
Council members voted 9-2 to approve a $7.9 billion operating budget for the county, avoiding a property tax rate increase, introducing a new progressive income structure, and eliminating a nearly $700 real estate tax break for more than 200,000 homeowners. The council approved $143 million for Montgomery County Public Schools, but came up $36 million short of what the school system requested. That leaves the specter of job loss for some MCPS employees. The new income tax structure approved by the council lowers the income tax for those making up to $150,000 and raises it for incomes higher than $150,000. Council members Andrew Friedson and Don Ludicky both voted against the 2027 operating budget. Only hours after the budget vote, School Superintendent Thomas Taylor presented a plan for staff layoffs to the Board of Education. The 3-page report outlined where the cuts will occur. From full-time staff in special education to support staff will be eliminated. The complete list can be found on mymcmedia.org. Check your mailbox. You may be one of about 500,000 Marylanders, including some right here in Montgomery County, who will receive a replacement ballot due to a printing error caused by a State Board of Elections vendor. The snafu caused some voters to receive ballots for a political party they are not affiliated with, posing a major issue in Maryland's closed primary system. Here, only Democrats can vote in the Democratic primary and vice versa for Republicans. State elections officials say replacement ballots are now being mailed, and every affected voter should have a new one by May 29th. If you receive a second ballot marked replacement, election officials say destroy the first one and use the new one instead. The administrator for the State Board of Elections issued a statement saying, quote, "We are diligently working to address this error and provide clear instructions to those affected as quickly as possible. Please be assured that we are actively answering phones and responding to emails and will remain transparent as we navigate through this situation." For more information on how your vote will be counted in the June 23rd primary, visit elections.maryland.gov. In other state news, in Annapolis, State Senator Cheryl Kagan recently saw the fulfillment of a 10-year campaign to make 311 a statewide service. Here's why it matters. When 911 is overloaded, that puts lives at risk. Kagan, who represents Gaithersburg and Rockville, looks to open the lines to 911 with 311, a non-emergency information and request line. Her bipartisan bill, recently signed by Governor Wes Moore, will create the United States' first ever statewide 24/7 311 service.
I think it's going to make sure that people are not on hold at 911, and so it will provide great customer service quickly, give people greater confidence in their government, and help them navigate what can be a complicated bureaucracy. And so ultimately, moving all that traffic off of our 911 centers to 311, yes, they'll get quicker service for true emergencies.
Maryland's statewide 311 service starts next year, and it's powered by artificial intelligence. Learn more about the tragedy that inspired Senator Kagan's 311 crusade on mymcmedia.org.
Is there a motion to move on items 10 to 15 and 21 in block?
With the county budget vote behind them, the county council's next big agenda item seems to be data centers. Even in the midst of the fiscal plan for 27 turmoil, 2 council members made the case for delaying decisions about the digital service hubs.
Not a day goes by when I'm not engaging with residents of Montgomery County that I'm asked about data centers.
Councilmember Evan Glass held a press conference asking for a 6-month moratorium.
I'm not saying no, never to data centers, but it has to be thoughtful, it has to be done right.
Councilmember Will Jawando countered with his own announcement proposing a 2-year ban.
People want to rush things when they don't want you to dig into the details. And we don't need to rush. We need to get it right.
Faced with a probable stall in construction of the server farms, MCM asked a subject matter expert about the need to build data centers.
Data centers are like brushing your teeth. You have the choice not to brush your teeth, but there's going to be serious consequences from not just brushing your teeth every day, right? I kind of see that the same thing for data centers. It's kind of like not in my backyard kind of thing. You know, we want it as long as it's in someone else's backyard, not in our backyard.
Follow our continuing coverage of the data center debate on mymcmedia.org. As the school year winds down, summer vacation is just around the corner, so we brought in our sports reporter, Frank Hanrahan, to give us a look back at the spring sports season. Welcome, Frank.
Thanks, Markette. That was a very successful season in the spring for Montgomery County Public Schools as they wrap things up, including Walter Johnson girls gymnastics team, as they completed their final season in competition undefeated and beat 6 other squads to capture the Montgomery County Championship. Bittersweet, since this is the last season ever for gymnastics after the county decided to end the program across the board. On the field, the Walter Johnson girls lacrosse team made it all the way to the Class 4A Maryland State semifinal. The Wildcats also won the county title and finished the season with an impressive 13-3 record. On the diamond, Sherwood High School is playing for the Class 3A Maryland State title this weekend. Sherwood has had an incredible season, going 28-3 and bulldozing through county competition all season long. Congratulations to them. And with Memorial Day weekend here, that means it's pool season, and Montgomery County's 7 outdoor pools will be open mainly on the weekends, and then they will transition to the summer season schedule beginning June 20th through August 14th. So summer is here.
And meanwhile, I hear that turf wars are warming up, and this is affecting school sports and soccer moms like me. So what's it all about, Frank?
So the argument between turf and grass fields, okay? Do people want to play on grass or do they want to play on turf? There are 2 different factions that are really saying, you know what, grass is much better than turf. And then you got the turf people saying, we like grass, but we also want to implement more turf fields so every school can have access to equal footing.
We like it all. Good grass, good turf, whatever. The whole point is access for kids' communities. The idea of a great grass field is ideal. We love it. But the fact is, when you're trying to put thousands of kids in Montgomery County on a field every Saturday morning, there isn't any way to do it.
So Markette, that's what I'm working on for a future Pulse story.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing more, and hopefully everybody gets what they want so we can have more star players in Montgomery County.
Absolutely.
And now it's time for What's Trending with our new social media correspondent, Rachel DiResta.
Hi, I'm Rachel DiResta, and here's what's trending online. At number 1, temperatures here in the county have been on the rise. To no surprise, This surge in heat has led to high chances of rain this Memorial Day weekend. So keep your umbrellas close and your sunscreen closer. And here are some things to do while you dodge the raindrops. At number 2, catch the Memorial Day Parade and Ceremony on Monday, May 25th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Rockville Town Center Park. Events start with a ceremony honoring fallen veterans. Festivities conclude with the annual parade where local U.S. Navy veteran Dr. Arthur Glover will serve as Grand Marshal. At number 3, looking for some fun and food? Check out the second annual St. Owen's Feast on Saturday, May 23rd at Owen's Tavern and Garden at Pike and Rose in North Bethesda from noon to 6. This Italian-style street fair will feature special menu items, live music, games, face painting, and more. At number 4, Honey Acres Farm hosts Farm Fest on Sunday, May 24th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Music and Arts Festival is perfect for some family fun. Check out fun farm activities like hay rides, goat petting, a Minnie's Farmers Market, local art vendors, and local musicians. At number 5, can't decide between having a drink or adopting a snake? Well, you might not be the only one. Check out the adoption event with Jen's Uncommon Critters at the Wardecka Brewing Company on May 24th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. This adoption event will feature barbecue, live music, and some remarkable reptiles. 10% of the event's sales will go to Jen's Uncommon Critters. And that's a look at what's trending online. Be sure to visit MCM's YouTube channel or our website for more news in Montgomery County. I'm Rachel DeResta, and you're watching The Pulse.
Thanks, Rachel. Now it's time to celebrate local birthdays. On May 28th, actor Jason Kravitz celebrates his 59th birthday. While he was still in middle school, the Montgomery County native landed his first acting gig on PBS. Since then, Kravitz appeared on multiple beloved TV shows like Only Murders in the Building and Snow White. Happy birthday, Jason. Now let's take a look at free and fun events happening around town in our community calendar. Art lovers can check out The Language of Glass at Gallery B through May 24th. The exhibit features stunning glasswork created by members of the National Capital Art Glass Guild. For more information on this and local events, go to visitmontgomery.com. Well, this brings us to the end of today's show. Thank you so much for joining us on The Pulse. For more information about the stories featured in today's program, visit us online at mymcmedia.org. And remember to follow us on social media at mymcmedia and use the hashtag #ThePulse. Until next time, remember to stay connected and keep it local.